Okay, now you'll see that the item, there's an error, but we're going to leave that for now. And now we're going to go on to listening for button clicks. Public void action performed. GUI button, squiggly brackets. This is called whenever a button is clicked, or fired whenever a control is clicked. Okay, so remember before how I said that we were creating the buttons with button IDs? We're actually going to use that now. So if parentheses button dot ID equals 1, and then squiggly brackets. Remember, the button ID with 1 is the deposit button. So we're going to deposit the experience. So int xp equals mc dot the player dot experience total. No, experience total, right? That's going to get the total experience for the player. Int cur xp equals stack dot get item damage. Like I said before, that's the experience is stored in the item damage. Enter. If cur xp plus xp is greater than max xp, then squiggly brackets. So basically, it means is if the player is trying to add more experience that then the book can hold, obviously we can't take all of it, right? So then the formula for that is, so then this is what we have to do. It's actually not just a formula, it's pretty complicated. So mc.theplayer.experience total equals cur xp plus xp minus max xp. That's just the formula for the experience total. That's common math right there. Basic math, I should say. Then mc.theplayer.experience level equals 0. This is, we're just resetting the experience level. And now int x, we're going to have int cur xp. Oh, we can't do that. Int new xp equals mc.theplayer.experience total. Now that should look familiar because we just used that up here, right? So now while new xp is greater than or equal to xp bar cap mc.theplayer.experience level squiggly brackets xp minus equals xp bar cap, then copy and paste that from above, and then plus mc.theplayer.experience level. Alright, and you should be getting an error there, but for now just ignore that. Okay, now we still have some other things to do after this while loop. There's still more. There's a lot more actually for this method. mc.theplayer.experience equals xp divided by float. That's not how you spell float. xp bar cap mc.theplayer.experience level stack. That's set item damage max xp. And then again, we still have that error. Now, basically, to sum this all up in English, all this is doing is if the player experience plus the current experience in the book is greater than the max experience allowed in the book, it's actually going to figure out how much the player can actually add to the book, and then figure out the player's new level. That's all that it is. I didn't really make up most of this code. Most of it's basically from Minecraft itself. Alright, and that's actually it for this button. Oh wait, no it's not. I mean, we have to add in an else loop here, in case it isn't. So else mc.theplayer.experience level equals 0. This is if the player experience plus the current experience is less than the max experience, right? So that means we're going to take all the experience that the player has and store it in the book. So mc.theplayer.experience total equals 0. mc.theplayer.experience equals 0. Stack.set item damage cur xp plus xp. Alright. And now we're on to the next stuff, right? So after that, xp level equals get level stack.get item damage. This is the actual level that we put up here. Hopefully you guys can't hear that, but the phone just rang. And then you have to change the buttons being enabled. So withdraw.enabled equals true. Deposit.enabled equals false. We know this is true because either the player doesn't have any more experience to add, or this book is full, so we can't actually add any more experience. Alright. Now, the actual withdraw function for the button is much easier. So, if button.id equals 2, that's the withdraw. Int xp to add equals stack.get item damage. xp level equals get level stack. Oh, I skipped something. Hold on. Stack.set item damage 0, because we're taking out all the experience in this book. xp level equals get level stack.get item damage. Now, you guys may be saying that this doesn't make much sense if you're actually paying attention, but it does because of what get level actually does. But again, we haven't actually created that method yet, so it's a little hard to say without even looking at it. Deposit.enabled equals true. Withdraw.enabled equals false. mc.theplayer.add experience xp to add. See, notice that there's a lot less code in the withdraw part of it. That's only because there's this one method that the player has that'll do all of this stuff up here basically for us already. So that's pretty cool, right? Now that that method's done. So after that, public void key typed. This happens when a key is actually typed. So you have car c, comma int par2. Now I'm not sure what the c is equal. I'm pretty sure that may be the character, but I know that par2 is like the button. I think it's the key ID. So if key ID equals 1, or key ID equals MC, that game settings, that keybind inventory, dot key code, mc.theplayer.close screen. So what this is doing, if the player hits either the escape button, which has a key code of 1, or the player hits whatever their inventory button is, it'll close the GUI screen, similar to that of like a furnace or a chest. Alright, so next method, public boolean does GUI pause game. I'll make sure you get all those caps right. And now I'm going to return false. I do not want this GUI to pause the game, but if you do want the GUI to pause the game, you return true. That's one of the small parts in this tutorial that you got to make your own decision. So public void update screen. This is called whenever, I believe, every tick that the screen is up. And now we're just going to make sure that the buttons are correct. And so deposit.enabled equals mc.theplayer.experience total is greater than 0, and then stack.getItemDamage is less than max XP. This is directly from up above. Now withdraw dot enabled equals stack dot get item damage is greater than 0. I explained this stuff already. We're just going to make sure that everything is up to date when we update the screen. Now public int get level int XP, or actually it can be XP. Alright, we're going to set our experience to that parameter. Now we're going to say int level equals 0. We're going to start at 0, of course. And now while experience is greater than or equal to XP bar cap level, in the brackets, experience minus equals XP bar cap level plus plus level, experience at the bottom, divide equals XP bar cap return level. Alright, so it still says that we have an error because we haven't created the method, but this should look awfully similar to the one featured in the item class, right? So get level, this is basically the same thing, except we're changing the value of experience, which is a float in our GUI. Now, we actually use this experience when we're drawing the GUI, but I'll explain that after. Alright, so now we're going to do the XP bar cap, and you can actually just copy and paste this. Excuse me, from the item class. And make sure you don't capitalize that because that was dumb. Alright, now you shouldn't be having any errors anymore.